It was the kind of morning where sunlight streamed through windows and suitcases zipped halfway shut. The curious cat crew was packing. Will trying to. Mickey, determined, slightly dramatic.
Checklist, treats triple checked. Blankets folded. Emergency yarn supply secured. Now if I could just zip this UGG.
Mickey, our ever-focused feline, was nose deep in his hand, drawn packing list, wearing his tiny reading glasses like a cat on a mission. Unfortunately, the suitcase had other plans. Mickey,
I swear, if someone snuck more snacks into this bag.
Bugsy, yawning mid-sentence.
I am the snack, thank you very much. And I'm staying right here. This hoodie is prime nap material.
Yes, Bugsy had curled up right on Mickey's folded hoodie water bowls, knocked out, tail twitching lazily. Maisie, slightly annoyed, but graceful.
Bugsy, please move. Your drool is approaching my lavender pillow.
Maisie, the curator of comfort, was arranging her things with the elegance of a boutique stylist. Velvet toys, heat pad, silk scarf rolls. Until a familiar crinkle caught her ear. Orange Kitty, whispering mischievously.
Aha, the sardines go here. And a pouch of cheese treats? Right into Maisie's silk scarf roll. Perfect.
Orange Kitty was on a secret mission smuggling snacks into everyone's bag. When a backpack burst open with cheesy chaos. Orange Kitty, whistling innocently.
Emergency rations. Totally justified.
Mickey, groaning.
This is a disaster.
Maisie,
It's a mess wrapped in catnip chaos.
Bugsy.
It's comfy.
And just as the crinkling and muttering settled, it happened. A hush. The sound of 4 paws padding over to the giant, unfolded map of the United States on the floor. The air changed. Tails lifted. Whiskers twitched. Mickey, softly, inspired.
We're not just going on a trip. We're making history with naps.
Bugsy, murmuring sleepily.
If there are snacks and sunbeams, I'm in.
Orange Kitty.
Did anyone actually pack the fish jerky?
Maisie, exasperated.
Yes, into my scarf bundle.
A paw landed on Illinois, a blue paw print stamped in place. And just like that, the journey began one suitcase, one map, and one perfectly chaotic crew at a time. Chicago, the breeze whispered off Lake Michigan. Skyscrapers shimmered like silver trees, and the pavement hummed with music, footsteps, and the distant call of seagulls. Orange Kitty, wind rushing past.
Whoa, fluffy tail alert. This wind is personal.
Mom and Dad rolled their pet stroller to a slow stop at Grant Park. One by one, the cat crew stepped out tails high, eyes wide. Mickey, delighted.
We have landed. Concrete jungle meets natural majesty.
To their left, the sparkling edge of the lake. To their right, the skyline. And all around them, the music of the city. Bike bells, ringing horns honking in the distance, and the sweet sound of a violin floating from Buckingham Fountain. Maisie, soft, reflective.
You can almost feel the city breathing. Boats on water breeze on fur serenity in motion.
She perched gracefully on a bench, observing sailboats like an art critic cataloging clouds. Bugsy, flopping beside her.
Yup, this bench, 5 out of 5 stars. Perfect breeze to belly ratio.
Maisie.
Urban serenity interrupted by snoring.
Meanwhile, Mickey was pacing the sidewalk, eyes scanning architecture like a furry little historian. Mickey?
If I had thumbs, I'd be pointing. That one's either a luxury apartment or a very well-designed bird condo.
A jogger slowed to look at Mickey staring at a sculpture. Jogger, laughing.
Is he appreciating public art?
Orange Kitty, bursting in.
Nope. He's figuring out how to climb it.
And as for Orange Kitty, he was chasing shadows. Bird shadows. Cloud shadows. Kite shadows. Until he collided gently with a stranger's sandal. Stranger, chuckling.
Is that your decaf version of a lion hunt?
Orange Kitty, grinning.
Rawr. Fear me.
Eventually, the crew found a grassy spot with a view of the harbor. Maisie, counting softly.
1 boat, 2 boats, 3 boats.
Mickey, pretending to identify.
That's a schooner. That one's probably a snack bar. Wait, do snack boats exist?
Bugsy, hopeful.
They should.
Orange Kitty.
I bet I could sail one. With minor instruction.
They chased sunbeams, rolled in dandelions, and shared a few nose boops and light-hearted pounces. A child's voice floated nearby. Child whispering.
Look, it's a cat picnic.
And as the city hummed and the lake lapped at the shore, the cats curled beneath a willow tree. One by one, they drifted into sleep. Back paws tangled, chins resting on paws. Soft purrs rising like lullabies. Mickey, yawning.
If cities had nap scores, Chicago just earned 5 stars.
Bugsy,
Is there a snack cart nearby, or was that a dream?
Maisie, stretching.
Next stop, less wind, more sun.
Orange Kitty, muffled by fur.
More shadows. Definitely more shadows.
And as the breeze ruffled their fur and city lights flickered to life, a new blue paw print appeared on the map stamped proudly on Illinois. Next stop, a place of music biscuits and a bit of southern soul. The elevator hummed gently, rising higher and higher. Mickey tapped the corner of the travel map with a paw. Maisie sat poised like a statue. Orange Kitty couldn't stop bouncing. Bugsy might have been asleep upright. The doors opened, and suddenly the city faded. Soft jazz greeted their ears. The scent of tuna mousse and chamomile floated on the air. And all around them windows. Glorious, endless windows, stretching from floor to sky. Orange Kitty gasping.
Are we in cat heaven?
Maisie whispering.
No, we're in a lounge with skyline views and lavender breezes.
Mickey with awe.
If luxury were a location, this would be it.
Velvet hammocks swayed in the light. Cushions, swings, climbing trees, and somewhere nearby, something called the Snuggle Den was already calling Bugsy by name. Then, grace in motion. A silver streak glided down a floating shelf and landed softly before them. Maisie, elegant, welcoming.
Welcome, travelers. You've entered the Velvet Lounge of Dreams.
Maisie, the calf hostess, all silk gray fur and a gem-studded collar that shimmered like moonlight. Mickey bowed without thinking. Bugsy rolled onto his back in instant approval, and Orange Kitty reached out, paw hovering near the collar's sparkle. Orange Kitty, awed.
It's like a disco ball but fancier.
Maisie, light purr.
Let me show you around.
Each cat finds their spot. Maisie, tour guide tone.
Over here, the coziest hammock in the city. There, the sunniest patch at 2:17 p. M. daily. And for those with energy to spare the laser tag arena,
They scattered, each drawn by their own kind of comfort. Mickey, refined, content.
Herbal broth in a martini glass? Oh, yes.
He eased into a plush corner seat labeled VIP only, sipping like a critic at a fine tasting. Mickey, smugly.
Note of sage hint of parsley definitely elevated.
He signed the guest book with an inked paw.
Mickey Global Explorer, blanket critic, sunbeam enthusiast.
Maisie, relaxed.
M. Macram hammock. Slight sway. Scented breeze. This is optimal.
She stretched fully, paws forward, then gestured delicately for a rosewater paw soak. Moments later, a calf assistant returned with a soft towel and a matching eye mask. Maisie, softly purring.
This calf understands me.
Bugsy, half asleep.
Where's that snuggle den again?
Tucked near a bookshelf, Bugsy curled into a round velvet pod. He placed a catnip pillow on his head, exhaled deeply, and disappeared into dreams. Do not disturb dreaming of snacks. Orange Kitty, shouting joyfully.
I am Speed.
He bolted through the laser tag arena, chasing blinking red dots, bouncing off climbing trees, and finally landing in a tailspin near the water station. Orange Kitty, panting.
I won. Don't ask me how, but I did.
Later, they gathered around a low table, cushions fluffed, fur gently tousled by fun. Maisie, smiling.
Every great visit ends with a treat.
A platter of tiny paw-shaped cookies appeared, each one iced with their initials. Orange Kitty, munching.
Mine tastes like victory.
Bugsy, waking up slightly.
Mine tastes like more?
And before they left, each cat pressed a colorful paw print on the mural wall, the wall of visitors, filled with doodles and dreams from past feline guests. Maisie, softly.
Someday, I'll explore rooftops in New York sunbeams in Santa Fe.
Mickey, smiling.
We'll leave a cushion waiting for you wherever we go.
The sun dipped low behind the towers. Light scattered across the clouds like glitter spilled across the sky. In a wide window hammock, they lay side by side, Maisie still half-masked, Mickey reviewing the day's events in his mind, Orange Kitty softly snoring, and Bugsy somehow back to dreaming of tuna clouds. Maisie, gazing out.
One last stroll before we go?
Mickey, tapping the map softly.
Next up, music, moonlight, and a city that sings.
They left 4 tiny paw prints in the calf's guestbook. And a note. Thanks for the purrs, views, and velvet dreams, CC. As the city lights twinkled awake outside, the cat crew returned to their sweet bellies, rumbling, paws pleasantly tired from a day of play and parkside purrs. Inside, the room glowed with quiet, charmed beanbag chairs, smooshed from earlier tumbles, travel toys gathered neatly into a corner basket, and the familiar crinkle of a snack pouch waiting to be opened. A knock at the door, sharp and purposeful, followed by a faint scent, warm, savory, and unmistakably cheesy. Orange Kitty, gasping.
Oh, that's not just food. That's celebration food.
A tuxedo-clad concierge stood at the door, holding a tiny, pizza-sized box labeled in bright red script. Meowser's Pizzeria Est. For cats who crave crust. Mickey, with reverence.
That is deeply dignified.
The pizza was a work of edible art. Soft-baked oat and chicken crust, topped with turkey shreds, sweet potato sauce, slivers of green bean, and a fine crumble of sardine. Cut into 4 neat slices, each served on Skyline-shaped plates. Mickey, inspecting.
M. Robust aroma. Balanced presentation.
He pauses, takes a bite. Mickey.
Delightfully savory. Could use more crunch.
Maisie, poised, relaxed.
A meal to be savored. Slowly, with grace.
Orange Kitty, chaotic delight.
With joy.
He dove in, snout first. Seconds later, he emerged with sauce on his whiskers and an olive stuck behind one ear. Maisie.
You're a food tornado. Hold still, napkin duty.
Bugsy. Bugsy, soft, sleepy.
Cheesy sky pillows.
After the last crumb was claimed and the last paw wiped clean, the cats stretched out on their travel blanket, full, purring, and a little drowsy. Mickey,
One paw print down and a whole country waiting.
Maisie,
Let's just not eat like this before every nap. My whiskers need recovery time.
Orange Kitty,
Speak for yourself. I vote pizza at every stop.
Bugsy, mumbling,
Especially if the next place floats. Ah, yes, that would be convenient.
The suite was quiet now. Plates stacked in the corner, jazz whispering from a small speaker, and the golden glow of Chicago spilling through tall windows. Mickey padded over to the window, ears twitching slightly at the sound of the water below. Mickey, reflective,
I used to think cities were too loud for dreaming. Turns out I just needed the right kind of noise.
Maisie leapt lightly to the ledge beside him, gazing out at the river below. Maisie, softly,
Lights on water. Stories in every reflection. It's like the city's singing just for us.
Orange Kitty joins them. Orange Kitty, happily.
Do you think the river lights talk to each other?
He gasps. Orange Kitty.
Do they gossip about paddle boats?
Bugsy, barely awake, was gently lifted by Mom and set on a big round pillow beside the group. Bugsy, sleep-talking.
Paddle boats full of cheese toast.
At the coffee table, the travel map was open again. A fresh blue paw print now stamped over Illinois. Dad, quietly.
One down, and tomorrow we follow the river.
Mom,
Next stop, blues music, river magic, and a little lantern-lit wonder.
the cats didn't respond. They simply curled closer to the window, their tails gently curling together, swaying like slow notes in a midnight tune. Mickey, softly.
Missouri, here we come.
Maisie,
Let's chase the stories carried on the water.
Bugsy, half asleep.
Let's float there in a snack canoe.
Orange Kitty, excited.
Let's glow there. I heard rivers sparkle.
The room fell quiet again, just 4 soft purrs, the rustle of a map, and the promise of what comes next. Chicago, deep dish, city dreams, and friendship in full bloom. Next followed the Meow-Sissippi, where the magic moves with the water. It was